these guys on a daily basis assess this. They target with this system. You can shoot an Al-Qaeda or an ISIS tire out of a moving vehicle. You can track it and target it at 23 miles or more. And it's never failed, the system. That's why it's so high fidelity, high quality thermal. It's never failed. They track it and they blow up and return to sender bombs. So if somebody puts like a bomb on a drone and flies it over the wall, an incursion, right? First time the world is ever seeing an incursion of a true UAP designated by our government in a conflict zone. First time we get footage of that filmed by the military. That's what you're seeing. Now, the problem is that they couldn't lock the system. They believe it was active jamming. The people that were there that day, they believe that this object was somehow inhibiting their targeting system from locking. So they had to optically slew the camera, optically follow it, which is a big part of the story, right? But yes, they blow up and they return to sender. It's a really funny term they use. The bombs that come over, and it's a real like danger.
Bunny style.
Return to sender, bro. You bringing me a bomb? Take it back and sign for it. Bam. You know. So anyway, so that's what you're seeing now. It is the strangest morphology, shape of a UFO that I've ever seen.
The jellyfish.
And I call it the jellyfish because of what it did at the end, which I have not provided footage for yet. But it did something. It went transmedium, went into the water. We'll talk about that in a sec. But the shape of it, let's just talk about that. Why we call it the jellyfish. Some people on base were calling it the spaghetti monster, right? So here's the deal. The jellyfish morphology of UFOs has been reported since the beginning of UFO sightings. Just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean that that's a new thing. If you look at like a John Keel book called Operation Trojan Horse, one of the first shapes he lists for known UFOs is jellyfish. The reason that I dubbed it that, right, rather than the spaghetti monster, which was pretty cool, is because it went into the water. So what you're not seeing in the footage I provided, and maybe one day that footage will go public. Today is not that day. But I will tell you, it does and was filmed, and the object does this. It goes out over Lake Habanilla, if I'm saying it right. It stops on a dime. It descends stiff into the water. And for 17 minutes, operators were told to track the area. So they did. They panned out. They watched. The object does a controlled ascent up out of the water after 17 minutes and then shoots off at 45 degrees. It wasn't instantaneous motion, but it was a rapid acceleration to the point where the camera couldn't track it anymore after like 30 miles away. That did happen. There is footage of it. And I do hope that one day people get to see that. I am not in a position to release that, but I am testifying to you, and take that for whatever you want. That footage exists.
Why not? What are you waiting for?
Yeah. I am going to, so I don't have that footage.
It's not in the safe.
I'm going back over.
What safe? I don't have that footage to provide to the public. However, I know precisely where it exists, and I will be informing people within government exactly where to look. People that have been lied to. I will be doing that straight up, and then it's up to them. Can they declassify? Can they get it out? But I will be doing that.